We were in Jira yesterday, yeah.
Jira. Yeah. Oh, I'll start sharing my screen. Okay.
Okay.
What was the project name?
Sorry.
What was the project name that we took
The
in
food
Jira?
in
Food.
Jira, the food ordering. What is the project?
No, we saw all these sections yesterday, right? This is where we stopped.
Yes.
We understood all the sections. Now let's try to understand more things like how do we, how are these epics are broken down into stories, how to build the product backlog, and these things we'll check. But otherwise, before starting, any questions that you have? Did you try to
No,
explore?
no, I haven't. I did not do the last slide yet. But yes, I've understood it. Yes,
Okay, okay.
we can move on. Yes.
Now, the next thing is breaking these epics into stories, which would be done by product owner. Okay,
Mhm.
those the stories, you know, is it written by product owner? Like assume, take registration. If you want to add stories under this epic, what you need to do is you need to click on plus, then make sure this is a story that is selected, and then type OK. What is the story? We'll create the name is a story. Create password is a story. Validate email address. Right?
So is
Credit.
it this is the job of Scrum Master, right?
No, no, this is job of product owner.
It's still a product owner. Okay.
So see, creating things and all is here product owner's responsibility. Tracking things is your responsibility.
Mhm.
So the epic stories, all these are requirements, right? All these requirements are taken care by the product owner. So create username, create password, validate email address, validate phone number. No, then maybe enter additional details. So like this, there might be many requirements for the registration, I think, right? In many stories for registration. Similarly, for login, maybe you have few things like what do you have in login? Maybe you'll validate the credentials entered, right? Validate credentials, then set password, set password. That's- What else? What are the stories that you can think of?
Valid password.
This is mainly for login.
Yeah. Password requirement. I don't know.
Retrieve password, maybe.
Sure, password.
Now, what's the difference between the reset password and retrieve password? In reset password, you know your password, still you are resetting it. But in retrieve password, you forgot the password. You're trying to retrieve the old password.
Mhm.
Okay. So, and then
Secret questions.
mm, yeah, I think those things comes under retrieve password. So, yeah, I think those things we can cover under that itself. Anything else?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. So like this, epics are broken down into stories. A small assignment for you. Can you break it down for settings and search and filter?
For the settings.
and search and filter.
Then you put me on the spot.
Just give a try. No, no, not now.
Yeah, sure, sure,
Yeah,
sure.
take it as an assignment. Give a try. Okay, just one-liners like how I have put. Okay,
So the settings might have privacy.
settings might have, yeah, privacy. The
Your
preferences,
privacy,
profile. Yes,
preferences.
no. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, all those things. Think about it and do
Mm,
it. Okay.
okay.
Search and filter, pretty straightforward. You can filter by price, filter by locality,
Hmm.
search
Yes.
by search
Size.
by items and all. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Price and yeah. So,
Okay. Just take a stab at it.
mm,
Now, this is how you create the stories. What happens when you create stories is when you go to backlog, if you see all those things have listed on here, are listed on here.
oh, it went to the backlog. Okay.
Correct. All those things will come and sit in the backlog.
Hmm.
Make sense? Because this is the backlog, right? And it clearly says, okay, this is mapped to registration epic. These stories are mapped to the login epic, right? So this registration work, this is login work. So it is clearly defined. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes.
So now as and when you add more stories here, more stories for all these things, it comes and sits here. It comes and sits here. Okay? So it comes and sits here. Now this is how you manage your backlog. Okay. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. And then we have the board. Okay,
What?
board. Anyway, we have not started the sprint, so we don't know. Now, what I will show is, let me show you, even though it's not your responsibility, but it's good to know about it. So let me show you how to write user story. Okay, take this example, create username. Shall we write the user story?
Okay.
So I will open this in new tab. Create username. So this is how the product owner writes the requirement. So first, as a new user, I want to create username of my choice so that I can use the same for logging in. Right? As a new user, I want to create username of my choice so that I can use the same for logging in. Right? This is a user story. But if you give this to developer, well, the developer will be able to do it.
I'm not sure.
No, 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 actually.
They cannot do
Right?
it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the developer needs more details, like
Mhm.
maybe I'll put it as additional details and say, oh, sorry, say like uh, username, username should be of minimum length 6 and max length of 20, right? And username should be of minimum length 6, maximum length of 20. And username
Yeah, username.
cannot be email address.
Okay.
Then username,
Cannot start with zero.
sorry,
Cannot start with zero.
yeah, let's put it this way. Username can be alpha. Why it cannot start with zero? Anything?
Yeah, some of the username, they don't let you start
Oh,
username.
is it? Okay, okay, fine. Let's put it this way. Username can be alphanumeric,
Okay.
right? Okay, makes sense.
Yes.
Any more conditions?
Mm. Should have at least one uppercase. I don't know. That may be for the password, right?
That is password. Uppercase and all is password.
Okay. Yeah. So I think, yeah, this is enough.
Okay,
So
so
whatever we are doing as the details we are writing, we are still under the. Are we under the board or are we under the backlog? This thing. Who does this thing? This is this
this is
still
done by
product owner?
product owner. Yes,
It's
this
still
is
the
done by
product owner, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. This is
So
the product
it's
owner.
this thing still hasn't arrived to the Scrum board yet.
As a story, it's already there. It's already there in Scrum board. But
Okay.
we are detailing it out. The product
Okay.
owner is detailing it.
As a details of the backlog, it should be provided by the product owner, right?
Yes, yes, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Otherwise, the
Yes.
developer will not understand, right?
Okay.
So username should be of minimum length 6, max length of 20. Username cannot be email address. Username can be alphanumeric or
So,
can be
so
alphanumeric.
I'm so sorry, Rajib.
Uh-huh.
So the product owner basically gives us the task in a very basic form, not in a technical form
As much as possible, it should be functional,
or
not
function.
technical.
Okay, yeah, functional. And then the
Okay.
Scrum uh, master is the one who works as a connection between the developer or the
And the
project
product
manager.
owner.
Yeah.
Product owner. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Right, right.
Cool.
Okay,
Cool.
so username can be alphanumeric. Uh, username should be unique, and if already taken, then show message, show message, username taken, try a different one. Right? Something like that.
How about how long the user's name can be?
I
Some-
have put it here, right? Minimum length 6, maximum length 20.
Okay. You already mentioned.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, assume these are the things, right? So these things have to be written, which the Scrum Master does. And then, next is acceptance criteria. So acceptance
Sentence.
criteria. So as a, oh, sorry, no. Acceptance criteria is written in the format given, given, when, and then. The format written. Given user is new to food ordering app, right? What is it trying to achieve? When when user wants to create username of his or her choice, then the user should be able to create as per conditions mentioned in additional details. Right?
Mhm.
So this is how it is written. This is the acceptance criteria. So what is acceptance criteria? What is acceptance criteria in dots? I think
Given it.
I will mention about it. No, what
Yeah.
in general what is acceptance criteria? If you are asked what do you mean by define acceptance criteria and give an example, how do you handle it? How do you
This
answer?
it should fit under the given rules, I guess.
Yeah. So this is a format given when then, but no
Is it
acceptance
is it always the format given when and then?
most of the times this is the format
Okay.
used. And
Okay.
the product owner says, hey look, If these conditions is met, if the acceptance criteria here is met, only then I'll accept the story as completed. Otherwise, I cannot accept the story as completed. Okay,
Mhm.
that's how it works. So this is the acceptance criteria. Any questions here? So
No.
this is how you write the user story. If you are able to provide these, if the product owner is able to provide these many details to the developer, it will be easier for the developer to develop it. Right?
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
No. Okay, fine. So this is how you write the user story. I took one example. Maybe you can try out more, and we can take more examples also if you need. Right? But yeah, this is how you write the user story. Okay. Now, do you want to write one more?
Sure.
Yeah.
Good try.
Which one shall we take?
Whichever validated email address.
Validate email address. Okay. Validate email address. Let's try to describe. First, try to write it in format. So, as a new user, I want to I want to uh, have my email address validated so that so that any kind of communication is done via email. Right? Communication can be in terms of sending an invoice, sending details about delivery, and all those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a new user, I want to have my email address validated so that any kind of communication done via email. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's the user story. Now let's try to uh, add additional details like email, email address has to be in the format abc at domain.com. Domain name. Meaning, what do you mean by that? That means it has to be in this format. Like you should have a at symbol at any cost, and after at you should have domain name, and before that you should have your username or whatever is your email address thing. Right? It should be in this format. Only then it will be accepted. Otherwise, it won't accept. It throws an error.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So it should be in this format. And then two-step authentication. Like once the email is entered, a validation link should be sent for authorizing the user. Right? So maybe a link will be sent to the email. You have to click on that link to ensure that it's your email. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once the email is entered, a validation link should be sent to authorizing user. What else can you think of?
What else? What else? What else? Do you do the secret question? I don't
Mhm.
know.
Uh,
Address or just for
no,
password.
not for validate email address. For validate email
What is the
address,
format?
we
Was
need not have secret question.
it should be unique also, no? Never been used.
Yeah. Email address should not be used earlier. If already in use, then show error message. Email address already in use. Try a different one. Maybe something like that. Right?
Mm.
So yeah.
The verification can be sent to the email to the phone number. I don't know. Does that make sense?
That's a phone number is different. That's a validate phone number. It's validate email
Mm.
validate email address.
And does the length matter?
Oh no. Email address. It's already an existing email address of yours, which you're trying to register with. You're validating that email address. Simple. So length and all doesn't matter.
Right.
Okay? Yeah. So you write the user story. Now you write the acceptance criteria. Right? So it's written in the form given, when, then. Here in this case, given user is new to food ordering have, when user wants to validate the email address, then user should be able to do it as per additional details mentioned above. Make sense?
Mm.
Any questions?
No.
No. Okay. So this is how you write the user story. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. You can practice. You can, try writing some user stories. Okay. Fine. So
But
maybe, yeah, good.
regardless, it's the product owner does it, right?
Exactly. It's a
Yeah.
product owner who does it. Okay.
But we just go there and see what's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. That's right. So it's mostly the product owner's work. But you should know interview questions can be on how to write user story. What is the format of user story?
Oh,
Can
I
be.
see.
Right? So even though it's done by product owners, it's the basic things which a Scrum Master should know also.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, fine. Maybe we'll stop here for today. I know it was a
Okay.
short session, but I
Okay.
will stop here and we'll continue tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, for Wednesday, I don't have problem with Thursday and Friday, but for Wednesday, I cannot do evening class. Evening meaning this time.
Uh-huh.
I can only do morning, or we have to skip the Wednesday class.
For this week, let's skip. Okay. For
Okay.
next week, let's see. Okay. For this week, we'll skip.
So I'll see you on Thursday at 5:15
Yes.
then.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you very
Okay.
much,
Thank you.
Rajat.
Please
Have a good day.
practice things. Please practice
Okay.
things. That's when you get
Yeah,
familiar. Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
I will do that. Thank you, Rajat. Take care. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Take care. Bye.